Well, good evening and welcome to Christians Aren't Sheep. It is Monday evening. I should be up north teaching, but my students are doing their safety training for the next couple of days, so I got them all lined up for that this morning and came back home to get some materials for the shop for them. So yes, we are here in the study tonight, and this is where the eagles gather. There. And this is the short sleeve edition of the t-shirt. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And when someone asks what that truth is, very simple. There is one creator of this universe we live in, and his name is God, the God of the Bible. Amen? Amen. Okay, we're going to have one more look here at Daniel. Can't finish the book of Daniel without the story of Daniel in the lion's den. Here's how it starts off. Darius the Mede decided to divide the kingdom into 120 provinces, and he appointed high officers to rule over each province. The king also chose Daniel and two others to administer as administrators to supervise the high officers and protect the king's interests. Daniel soon proved himself more capable than all the other administrators and high officers. Because of Daniel's great ability, the king made plans to place him over the entire empire. The other administrators and high officers didn't think much of that idea, and they plotted against Daniel. Got the king to create a law saying that anybody who prays to anyone other than the king for the next 30 days will go to the lion's den. The king unwittingly signs that law. But when Daniel learned that the law had been signed, he went home and knelt down as usual in his upstairs room with its windows open toward Jerusalem. He prayed 3 times a day, just as he had always done, giving thanks to his God. Then the officials went together to Daniel's house and found him praying and asking for God's help. So they went straight to the king and reminded the king about his law. Did you not sign a law for the next 30 days that any person who prays to anyone, divine or human, except to you, your majesty, will be thrown into the lion's den? And the king, yes, he admitted he had, and they reported Daniel. And the king searched for that whole day, trying to figure out a way to not have to enforce that law, but he couldn't. So at last the king gave orders for Daniel to be arrested and thrown into the den of lions. The king said to himself, "May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, rescue you." A stone was brought and placed over the mouth of the den. The king sealed the stone with his own royal seal and the seals of his nobles, so that no one could rescue Daniel. Then the king returned to his palace and spent the night fasting. He refused his usual entertainment and couldn't sleep at all that night. Very early the next morning, the king got up and hurried out to the lion's den. When he got there, he called out in anguish, "Daniel, servant of the living God, was your God, whom you serve so faithfully, able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel answered, "Long live the king! My God sent his angels to shut the lions' mouths so that they would not hurt me. For I have been found innocent in his sight, and have not wronged you, your majesty. Oh, yeah, well, Daniel was saved. Those who conspired against him found out how hungry the lions actually were. And this is the final note from the king. King Darius sent this message to the people of every race and nation and language throughout the world. Peace and prosperity to you. I decree that everyone throughout my kingdom should tremble with fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and he will endure forever. His kingdom will never be destroyed, and his rule will never end. He rescues and saves his people. He performs miraculous signs and wonders. In the heaven and on the earth, he has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions. Quite a tribute to write to God. Yeah, very cool. Oh, yes. What is this? Is oh, yeah, I know what verse we have for this week. It is 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Amen. Anybody wishing to have one of these shirts? Like I said, as long as I have some money in my pocket, I will make these shirts available. You all have a great night. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, I'll still be here tomorrow. Good night.